When I was 5 years old, there was a girl that I used to always hang around with. We used to play tag and all the other kid games that you could think of when we were that age. When we grew up though, something strange happened. When she was about 18, a woman kept knocking at her door. Nothing strange about that, right? Just a random woman knocking on her door every night at the same time. Nothing wrong with that. Her dad and mom kept answering the door, and the woman just stared and kept saying that she used to live here. Her dad thought it was a nut job at the time, so he phoned around and seen if there was any home for people who we called weird and strange. There was no homes missing any patients, so they booked her into a new care home, and they gave this woman to them and agreed that they didn't even know her. She just needed somewhere to stay and kept saying that the house that they lived in was her house. So the care home took her in and tried finding her relatives who might have let her wander off, as you would think so. But there was no one there who even knew her. And when her dad thought it was the end of her knocking at the door and they could probably tell her that she doesn't live there anymore, as soon as he got home and sat down for his tea, the knocking would happen again. It took him about 2 seconds to rush to the door, and it found out that it was the woman again knocking at the door. He told her to go away and stop knocking on the door, and slammed the door straight in her face. It didn't happen for a long time. I think it was about 4 to 5 weeks. And she carried on hanging around with me, going about her day-to-day life. You know, shopping, and then going into game shops, buying myself a game, since I had to go everywhere with her, since we were more or less best friends. I'm surprised we never even started dating at this point. And then, when she was about to get her job and she started it, about 2 weeks later, the knocking happened again. This time, I was round at her house having tea, and the woman just stared at me. I tried saying hello, can I help you, or anything like that, and she just looked at me and didn't even know I was there. She just stared at me, and when her mom came to the door, she looked at her mom and then started saying, "Hi, what are you doing in my house?" So she shut the door again in her face. When she walked off and went back to have her tea, I was still a bit confused, not sure why they had to shut the door in this woman's face all the time. I looked through the window and she was gone. The knocking continued for about 3 weeks, and then the family couldn't stand it any longer. There must have been something that she's missing from this house, the daughter said. Maybe she's left something here and she wants to try and find it. You know, like a thing that makes it like a home. You have certain objects in here sometimes that makes places feel like you're at home when you have certain belongings with you. Obviously, I didn't know that, so I checked that up on the internet, and it was actually true. Some hobbies, some things, hobbies, and objects, make you feel like you're at home. But there was nothing that they could find in any of the bedrooms, not even in the bathroom. There was one room that they didn't check, and that was in the basement. She's always since when she was little. She always used to be scared of monsters coming out and grabbing her. But she's about 25 now. That shouldn't be going on. No, she was still scared to go in there on her own. And she said that one day she would go down there and find out there was nothing there, just boxes and stuff that they have kept down there. I never saw inside her basement, so I said I'd go down with her. So we went down and put the light on, and for some strange reason, which I felt strange, there was a big pool table. So I had a quick game of pool with her, like you would do anyway. And when we had a quick game of pool, we kind of forgot about this scary woman knocking at the door all the time. But then we had to, snap back out of our fun land and decide to go looking to see if there was anything in this box that she might have forgotten. She might have moved out and left one little bit. After a while, we were looking and we found pictures inside one box. I can't remember the woman's name, but there was a box that had all of her stuff in it. Pictures from World War I and II, pictures from when she was young, even pictures of the area, what it used to look like before cars and trees were even here, and houses. When we got to the bottom of the box, we found something that gave, me and my friend a bit of a fright. There was statues, like little action figure size statues of people. One of them looked like he was wearing a suit. The other was wearing like a 1950s sort of dress. Then there was little dolls, like little action figures, same size as the rest. Then, this is the one that really gave me and my friend a bit of a fright, there was a little action figure of the woman that kept knocking on the door. We didn't know what to do, so we ran back upstairs and told them what we found. The dad wasn't really bothered about kids' toys, so he just said, more action figures to play with. Take up to your room. When I showed him the one of the woman, his face dropped into almost like he was about to pass out. His face went as pale, like he'd just seen a ghost. The mom rushed in at a look and she confirmed that it was the woman who kept knocking at the door. The dad didn't want to believe in ghosts since he's never really experienced any paranormal activity, but the mother and the daughter have, obviously before they got with him. But the woman didn't knock at the door after that, at least for a few years. And when they forgot about her, there was one final knock at the door. The daughter, my friend, swung open the door and had that thing in her hand. The woman looked down at her hands and said, "Oh, you found my lost belonging." She put her hand out when she was going to ask for it to be placed in the palm of her hand. So my friend, did what she did. She took it out of her hand and put it in her hand. The woman looked at herself in doll form. And then she just walked up the path, waved, and then faded away right in front of their eyes. The family were really, really shocked and were thinking about moving, and if any paranormal thing happened again, they would move house. It's been 30 years now and nothing has happened, which is a good thing. No ghosts have been knocking at the door. None of that has happened. So we can be glad to say that it was all good. The only question is, why was there a